I came up with the idea for Coterie when I was at NCCI. And it came about because we were collecting all of this information on workers' comp, trying to figure out what people are doing, how much they're getting paid, and all the data issues that we had with this manual process. I reached out to probably 1,000 people on LinkedIn, and thankfully, people in Ohio are very kind with their time, and we grabbed a lot of coffee. I first met Kevin at a Starbucks in, I believe it was Mason, Ohio, and we clicked. His ability to understand operationally what needs to happen, and just his bulldog mentality to get after things with minimal direction other than just like, this is what we need to do. He launched on it, and it was a fit from the beginning.
So David and I met for coffee, and we didn't even talk about Coterie for the first 45 minutes. We talked about our business philosophies. We talked about experiences that we had, the books that we like to read, and things like that. And then towards the end of the conversation, as we actually began to talk about the business, we realized how much we complemented each other. I had no experience in commercial insurance except as a consumer. He hadn't had experience as a startup founder. So the both of us were able to kind of see where our strengths were, and we decided to do this together. Tim Metzner has been an individual that I've known for quite some time in the Cincinnati community. David also met him around the same time frame. Tim was doing something else, so we began discussions, and by the end of 2018, we all decided that we were going to found this business together.
I met another person who knew Tim, and he said, I've got a guy who you really got to meet. He's been in the startup scene, serial entrepreneur. You'd like him a lot. No idea if it's going to be a fit or not.
Insurance and healthcare were two spaces that if you bring a technology-first approach to them and then pair up with a domain expert, like David in our case, you could make a really big difference in that category. So I felt like bringing my background in launching tech companies and building tech teams to a category like insurance was just too exciting to pass up. When David got introduced to me and we had a cup of coffee, and he had moved to Cincinnati and he had this vision for how to do commercial insurance differently. And I'll never forget walking away from that, texting my wife and saying, you're not gonna believe this, I think I already found my next thing. And so from there, it just was a quick spiral into like, let's start this company together.
Tim and I just hit it off. I still remember that first conversation with him. And how he opened up to me. He's like, hey, I really haven't told anyone this, but I'm leaving what I'm doing to differential. I really like what you're doing, but love to stay in touch and figure out if this thing is a fit. And now years later, it definitely was, and I couldn't be more thankful to have him on the team. The team we've put together, I would put up against any other company. We still have a long way to go, we're always going to be refining. We're always going to be figuring out, like, yes, we can improve here, we can improve here. But the intelligence, integrity, and passion and humility that I see from the team, I couldn't be more thankful for.